Mic check 1, mic check 2. Guys, if you are watching this live stream, back on the replay, okay? If you're watching this live stream, back on the replay, take advantage of the chapters and skip ahead to the start of the show. I'm still setting up and giving people some time to tune in. All I can do, guys, is apologize. I apologize that I'm late tonight. This is on me. This ain't none of the other stuff like a power outage or nothing like that. This is on me. I apologize. I'm not on time tonight, so it's gonna take us a minute to get set up, but I hope you're here. I hope that you had an awesome day. I hope that you had an awesome day in life and in the markets. We're gonna be a little late getting started because I'm just now getting on the live stream, guys. Thank you for being patient. All I can do is ask for your forgiveness. I don't even want to get into why I'm late. Let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. All right. So we need to launch Social Stream Ninja. So let's get that going. We got the chat open, guys. Say good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hey, hello. I would greatly appreciate it just to hear a hi from somebody. I need it. Just a voice to say, hello, how are you? It would mean a lot to me. Just say something. Let me know you're here. All right, so we said Social Stream Ninja. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's go here. Bam. Launch that. Let's get this going. All right, the lights are up. I need to close that or minimize that. There we go. Conservative Millennial. Hey, how you doing? How are you? Thank you for saying something. Good evening to you. I'm working on Social Stream Ninja right now to get these messages up. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Give me 1 second. Okay, we looking at the wrong thing. That's why. Okay, hold on. I got you. I'm about to pull your comment up now. Those are the tests. Conservative Millennial is in the house. Hello, good evening. Glad to see you here. I appreciate you. Like I said, my apologies for being a little late tonight. I'm glad that you didn't give up on me because I didn't give up on you. I'll be fight. You just don't understand, guys. The stuff I'll fight through to try to make sure that I'm here. It's just, woo! All right, but I'm here and you're here too. I appreciate you. Like I said, I hope you had a good day in life and in the markets. We got the Social Stream Ninja going. I just need to make it where I can hear you during the live stream, like the message, the chime. I'm looking for that right now, guys, because it's in my headphones and we're not wearing headphones during this live stream. So let's check this one more time. Okay, cool. I can hear it now. What we're about to do, I'm about to go ahead and share the live stream on Facebook and then we can get started, guys. We can get started. Okay, that's on the right channel. Okay, go here. Original Greatness. Got it. All right, now let's go to that channel, share the live stream, and then, like I said, we'll get started. So here we go. Share. We are live. We are live. I just need to get this confirmation. Share now. Got it. Had a good day in the markets. Copper making a run. Bullish FCX. Awesome. Awesome. That's what's up. So I was thinking, Conservative Millennial, it might be cool for us to start doing something on the live stream where we have like more in-depth chats like towards the end of the live stream and look at different companies and pull up companies. So if you're still here at the end of the live stream, just remind me about the ticker FCX and we can talk about it more at the end of the show. I liked what happened last night, like when everybody started talking more towards the end and then we actually finished the format of the show. I think that'd be something cool to do, time permitting. I think that was cool what we did last night. So thank you for bringing that up and sharing that with the community. I'm glad. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the chat down. Appreciate Conservative Millennial. There we go. Put that there. We got this, we got that. Let me pull up the charts. Make sure they're still open because if I don't use the computer for a minute, Thinkorswim will kick me off. So let's make sure we got this right. 1 second, guys. There we go. So we got that charts. We're covering into it. Okay. All right. I think we're good, guys. Whatever we don't have ready, I'll go ahead and fix it during the live stream. So let me get this prompter going and we can get going. Mic set where it needs to be. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Phones. Cut the phones off so they're not going off during the live stream. So cut this off. Bam. This one is ready. Check the Cash App thing. Okay, guys. We're good. We're good. Let's go ahead and get it going. So, welcome to Market Recap Live. I'm your host, Joseph Martin, and thank God, guys. Oh, thank God. It is Tuesday, guys. It is Tuesday. And tonight we are taking a look at ticker INTU. You might know them better as Intuit. Intuit Incorporated was founded in 1983 by Scott Cook and Tom Prue, with its first office opening in Palo Alto, California. Now they're publicly traded on the NASDAQ and have a market value over 90 billion. Yes, that's billion dollars. Intuit is in the software industry and the information technology sector, and they are listed in the S&P 500 index. Some of Intuit's peers are Block, ticker SQ, Paychex, ticker PAYX, and Automatic Data Processing, ticker ADP. We're going to review Intuit's earnings, their website, and pull up the charts to perform a quick technical analysis. But before we do that, let's do our roll call and check our stream poll. We are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Let's get this chat going and tell us where you're tuning in from. Put a YT in the chat if you're tuning in from YouTube, FB for Facebook, and an X for X. While you guys are filling up the stream and the chat, here's the mission statement. We are building a community over here for people who want to take control of their financial situation by learning how to unlock the wealth building power of the stock market. And we are streaming Monday through Friday following trading sessions at 11 p.m. Eastern time. The U.S. stock market regular trading hours are 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time. And there's a link for the New York Stock Exchange calendar down in the description. Conservative Millennial, let's pull this chat up. They are tuning in from YouTube. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. I believe we're about to get these earnings highlights going. So let's go. Let's get it. Appreciate you. So here we go. Intuit. Let's get this set up. Bam. That's good. So we go here. Bam, 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 and bam. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. We're good. All right, so let's get it. Intuit, ticker symbol INTU, wait a minute, one more time, too fast. Intuit, ticker symbol INTU, the $97.8 billion company reported its fourth fiscal quarter 2026 earnings on Tuesday, August 25th. They have a 52-week high of $705.08, which took place on September 22nd, and a 52-week low of $252.84 that occurred on June 22nd, which is a trading range of $452.24. And they closed today at $357.46. Intuit earnings report beat on the top line, reporting revenue of $4.4 billion, which was higher than the market expectations of $4.3 billion. And they beat on the top line. And they beat on the bottom line, as they were driven by higher effective prices and customer growth in QuickBooks. EPS was higher than the analysts and market expectations of $3.59 when they reported an adjusted EPS of $4.03. Intuit reported a GAAP net income of $363 million, which is lower than the $381 million net income they reported this same quarter last year. This represents a decrease of 4.7%. So for the fourth fiscal quarter of 2025, their net profit was approximately 5% higher than it is compared to now a year later. The earnings were released after the market closed, followed by a 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time conference call. As far as guidance, management issued full year fiscal 2027 revenue guidance, expecting 9 to 10% growth. That 52-week low compared to today's closing of $357.46 represents an increase of 41.38% over a span of approximately 2 months. So if someone invested $1,000 in June at that 52-week low of $252.84, they would be seeing a gain of $413.78. Woo. All right, guys, we did that. All right, now let's move on. So bam, bam, and bam. Here we go, guys. So researching a company. Let's talk about why we visit these company websites. We're looking at the visuals and text to find answers to these key questions. What goods and or services does the company sell? How important are those goods and services to their customers? What makes this company stand out from the competition, and how well do they take care of their employees? Where we look. We search for those answers in 4 main areas: the homepage for the goods and or services, about us for purpose, vision, values, and mission statements, careers for employee benefits and opportunities, and investor relations for stock quotes, charts, and financial reports. And for your convenience, all companies featured in tonight's live stream are down in the description. Now, let's go visit Intuit's website. Yes, sir. All right, so here we go. Bam, bam, take that down, and there's the ticker. Okay, guys, so here we are. Let me make sure we're zoomed in all the way. We need that 150. Yeah, we're zoomed in. All right, so I haven't browsed over this ahead of time, so let's browse over this together. We got company profiles, so we have about, I see Intuit careers. Now I'm looking for investor relations. Guys, it's right here. Yep, so everything we need is right under the company tab. So let's browse over this homepage, and then we're gonna get to clicking. All right, so outdo your financial goals all in one place. The Intuit platform puts a team of AI agents and trusted experts by your side. Hey, Miss Owens is in the house. What's up, sis? Let me pull your chat up. Give me 1 second. Bam. Chat. Pull this down, chat. Sis is in the house. All right, here we go. Miss Tierra Owens, appreciate the chat tuning in from Facebook. Let's get it. All right, let's pull the ticker back up. Here we go. All right. Appreciate you for being here. You also had an awesome show earlier today as well. Expertise that helps you file smarter. How Intuit drives success for small businesses, individuals, mid-market businesses, small businesses. We talked about individuals. Remember, links to this website is down in the description for your convenience as well. Innovation, action, and impact. Driving success together. Work with us, learn about us, and build with us. Okay, and here are some links at the bottom, guys. Sometimes it's a lot more straightforward at the bottom, and that's why I like scrolling through the page. So as you can see, here we go. We got about Intuit right there. Hyperlink. Let's go. Let's get it. Bam. All right, our mission. They made it easy, guys. Let's make sure we zoomed in. We're good. Our mission, powering prosperity around the world. Giving everyone the opportunity to prosper is the heartbeat of Intuit culture, and we never stop working to find innovative ways to make that possible. What we stand for, Intuit believes everyone should have the opportunity to prosper, and we never stop working to find new innovative ways to make that possible. Got it. Intuit blog, explore more. Fast facts. So here's some stats about the company. How Intuit powers prosperity for customers. Products to power prosperity, powering prosperity beyond products. Okay, and I believe we read those things before. So I don't see careers, or was it investors that we didn't see at the bottom? Yeah, investors is down here, but not careers. So we need to go under the company tab, and here is Intuit careers. So it took us to a whole nother website. So let's get this set up. So we were already zoomed in, so that's good. And of course, there's Intuit Life. So if we can't find the benefits on this page, guys, we're going to go under Intuit Life. All right. Scale your career while building the future of finance with Intuit Intelligence. What is Intuit Intelligence? Intuit Intelligence is how we build the future of financial technology by integrating cutting edge AI, human expertise, and powerful data. We deliver done for you experiences and unique insights that fuel the financial success of over 100 million customers worldwide. Got it. Meet the team behind Intuit Intelligence. Oh, that's dope. Okay, they got a few people there. Scroll through there. Remember, links to this website are down in the description for your convenience. Guys, we're looking for them benefits. Okay, so that's why I'm moving a little bit faster. Harness the power of AI and connected data to fuel financial success for approximately 100 million customers around the world. So that wasn't over, it was approximately. So there's my correction. Our leaders explain Intuit intelligence, our technology in the world. Okay, award-winning workplace. So these are some awards and recognition. I still haven't seen benefits jump out at me, guys. So this looks like different jobs they have available or different departments within the company. All right, so what we're gonna do, I said we're gonna go under life. There it is, guys. So if you've been following us, they're starting to put the benefit stuff under the company name and something with the word life, like life at Intuit, life at Amazon, life at, so this is a new thing they have going on. All right. Yes, let's get to the benefits. Yes, sis, give me, how you taking care of your people? How you taking care of your people? Let us know what's going on, where these benefits at. Absolutely. All right, so here we go. All right, so right here under benefits, and it took us to a whole nother website and they're asking us where we at. So now we got to fill out a form. Oh gosh, regular. All right, so let's blow this up and zoom in. At least they ain't asking us for no blood and fingerprint and badge number and all of that. Decline. All right, so explore your benefits. Benefits that go beyond. Welcome to explore your benefits. Let me see. A day in the life with your Intuit benefits. Okay, gotcha. Yep, so still coming. Yep. Gotcha. Yep. All right, so take that now. Here we go. Yes. So they have a video here you can watch, guys. And visit my benefits too. This looks like this is a link for the actual employees, guys. That's what it looks like to me, because it's saying go to my benefits. So you assuming I already work here. Yeah. So that's what we have there. It doesn't look like they're going to give us much details about what's going on unless we work there. That's what I'm getting from this. Explore your benefits. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. So at least we found out where it was. So night, Bella. Hey, miss. See, I remember. How are you doing? How are you doing? When FC, let me get your chat. I just recognize you and start yelling. Here we go. When FCX runs, so does a CLF. So I don't know if you were here at the beginning of me starting late tonight, but what I was telling Conservative Millennial was I like what we did last night. So I think if everybody's still here or people are still here, we can pull up different charts together and discuss it at the end of the live stream. So don't forget that. And then when we finish the last company we're going to cover tonight, we can pull up a couple charts for some other companies. Okay. Appreciate the chat. I hope you had an awesome day in life and in the markets today as well. So let's pull this up. And guys, now we need to go to investor relations. So to do that, we need to go back to the actual homepage, which was here. Go down here. That says mission. Nope. Go back to company. This is careers at Intuit. So let's back up. Let's back up. That ain't letting us do it. Give me a second. Here it is, guys. Investor relations. Sounds great. Awesome. Glad you like that idea. I think that's cool. I just think that's a good idea to do it that way, because I know that some people want to look at different companies and talking about it as a community. That's what we about. So let's go ahead and pull this back up. All right. So we got investor relations. Let's blow this up. Here we go. Okay. So here's some stat information. Here are the stock information about Intuit right here. But, you know, we're going to pull up more data than that. We're just browsing over this page. So latest news, latest presentation, upcoming events, investor day, about Intuit. Okay, so right here at the top, not the top, but like right here, we have stock data. So quote and chart, historical data, analyst coverage, and dividends. So it looks like Intuit does pay dividends. Let's go to the quote and chart. Hopefully it loads up, doesn't give us a hard time. It looks like it did not give us a hard time. It gave us what we needed. So there's the stock quote, guys, and we're good. Okay. And remember, links to the website are down in the description for your convenience. So let's go here. Let's go there. I did not mean to have it up, but it's cool. All right. So we have that. Now let's talk about the clients and partners that Intuit has in the S&P 500. So Intuit does have clients and partners that are listed in the S&P 500. Some notable names include Amazon.com Incorporated, ticker AMZN. And they got a lot going on, guys. Microsoft Corporation, ticker MSFT, and Alphabet Incorporated, ticker GOOGL. All right. So we have that. We talked about that. Now let's talk about the mobile limitations. So let's go here. Before we look at the charts, guys, remember, professionals trade from a computer, not a mobile device. Mobile trading apps are limited and don't have all the features that are available on full trading platforms. Now, let's look at Intuit on the charts. All right, so here we go, guys. Bam, 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 and bam. So it looks like we've covered Intuit before. And if you want that live stream, I can try to find it for you. Just let me know in the chat if you want to know what other live stream we covered them on, so you can see when we first marked the chart up, if that's what you want. But that's where we are with that. That's why the chart isn't blank. So we've covered them before. So here we go. We have Intuit pulled up on the charts. Wait a minute. That's not something popping up on us. Give me a second. Close that out. Here's our chart. Oh, it came up on another screen. What is going on? Give me a second, guys. I got it. It just popped up on a whole nother monitor. I have no idea why I did this. There we go. All right. So we have Intuit pulled up on the charts. There we go. We are looking at a 1-year daily chart. Here is their 52-week high of $705.08. Here's their 52-week low of $252.84. And they closed today at $357.46. All right. So we look at the 1-year daily chart. Let's go to a higher time frame. So now we are looking at a 10-year weekly chart. Let's confirm. There's 2016. So we do have 10 years worth of data. Here is our... You couldn't see that. Here we go. I confirmed 2016. Here's our 10-year low of $103.22. Here is our 10-year high of $813.70. Guys, that took place last year in 2025. And that was the week of July 28th. Okay. So that's what we have there. We do have historical price data that we could use for price levels. And it looks like we've already marked those. Okay. We've already marked those. And here's where the price is right now, which we talked about, the closing price of $357.46. Okay. So we got something else going on that's acting up. So give me a second. So let's clear this out and make sure we can get this acting right. It's the cursor, guys. The cursor is acting up. Let's try this one more time and see if we can get this working. Cursor. Nope. So I got to relaunch that, guys. Give me 1 second because we need our cursor. And that's what it is. That's what it is. It's something going on with my hotkeys on the cursor that's moving the charts. So we got a new technical difficulty we dealing with tonight that I've never had before. So when I push this button on the side, it's moving this chart. So give me 1 second to try to fix this, guys. Man, I'm telling you, Murphy was a genius. Murphy's Law. Murphy was a genius. Oh, he was a genius. Okay, I see what it is. So I installed this new program today called Hotkey, something app Hotkey. And because that is still running in the background, it's messing with my other hotkeys from my other programs. That's what's going on. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Now I got to figure out how to cut this thing off. Hotkey.ask. Nope. I don't know how to do this, guys. That's what I get for changing something. Let me bear with me, please. Bear with me. Let me get this fixed. So we got that closed. Let's try this. Let's go here, relaunch it, and see what happens. See if we can get this acting right. Okay. It looks like it's working right, at least for right now. So there we go. There's that 357.46. And since we're right here on this higher time frame, guys, we can go back down to the 1-year daily chart after we get the simple moving average on the weekly chart. So our 9-week simple moving average is $316.57. So the closing price today is still trading above that simple moving average. Our 200 week simple moving average is coming in at $548.32. So that's what we have there. Let's take that off the screen, go back down to our lower time frame. All right, guys. And it looks like the last time we covered Intuit, it's still responding pretty well to the levels that we have on the screen, if I do say so myself. So let's put this back up here. Bam, for our cursor. Let's zoom in. So it doesn't look like Intuit is a highly volatile stock. So we've been talking about how previous gaps turn into potential support and resistance. So here's one of those cases. So between, yeah, you can see it. So between May 20th and May 21st, we have this gap that occurred here, that huge rectangle. So let's get those price levels. And we're going to change the color of this to the light gray, but that was to a dark gray, but that was a gap. And those were the 2 days that it happened in between. Here is the top of that gap. So we're going to get a price level for that. And I found out how to do this just in case this button wasn't working. We go right here to drawing tools and I can get the levels from there if the button not working. So I did do that research. So here we go. That's the top end of the gap coming in at $374.91. Here's the bottom end of the gap coming in at $315.51. So we came down here, we made that new 52-week low, and it looks like it was testing the bottom of that previous gap, so that it was acting as resistance. But notice how it's almost cleanly riding that 9-day simple moving average, guys. You see that? So that's our 9-day simple moving average, and it's trending right alongside it. So that looks good. And now we're looking right here. It looks like it's testing or attempted to test the top end of that previous gap at that 374.91, and it's starting to pull back and come back to that long-term area of support we had at 352.63. So that's what we have for our technicals. Nothing too crazy today, but I did see this that I wanted to point out to you guys. So of course they announced their earnings today. I'm waiting on this to pop up. Here we go. Today, after market, right? So I noticed over here earlier when I was getting ready for the show, right over here, guys. So if we closed at 357.46 when the market closed and then they announced earnings, now they're trading at 321.44 or around in that range. So it looks like they dipped on the earnings announcement. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to go look at that. So now we're going to go to an even lower time frame. So now we're looking at a 5-day minute chart. So let me point that out to you right over here. 5D 1 minute. And they trade on the NASDAQ, which we talked about. So if you don't see this on your chart, let me take me off the screen. Let's go back here. Take me off the screen. Here we go. So they dipped all the way down, guys, to 301.80 in extended hours. So if you don't see this on your chart right here on this, right here, go right here to settings, go to equities, and right over here where it says show extended hours trading session, that box has to be checked. Click apply and then click OK. That's how you get the extended hours. Now, when I zoom out, we'll see the 5 days. Or you get as much, you have to scroll back a little bit. But anyway, this big gray area you see in here, that is our rectangle zone. That's our zone. When I clicked on it, we can see through it now. So the gray area is the extended hours. The black area is the regular trading hours, or are the regular trading hours. So that's what we're looking at. So yeah, guys, it dived and approached that psychological price level of $300 in extended hours today. And now it's trading around 321. So it got back above our other area of support, which is at 315.51 in the extended hours. Okay. And on this minute chart, this is going to be a 9-minute simple moving average and a 200-minute simple moving average because the bars are different. So that's what we have there. So let's go ahead and go back to our higher time frame. So now we're back on the 1-year daily chart. Let's go ahead and get our stock quote, and then we'll talk about the volume, guys. And I don't remember if I gave you the 9-day simple moving average and the 200-day simple moving average. So let me give you those now. So the 200-day simple moving average, the 9-day simple moving average is at $356.52. Our 200-day simple moving average is coming in at $439.52. All right, so what we're going to do, let's go to our settings, put on our floating data box, and get our stock quote for Intuit. So Intuit opened today at $364.35. They had a high of $367.85. They had a low of $356.02, and they closed today at $357.46. That was a trading range of $11.83. Trading volume for today was 7.2 million shares of this stock. Is that a big deal? Is that a little deal? We are about to find out. So let's cut off the floating data box, take me off the screen. And here we go, guys. The average trading volume in a day for Intuit is 3.4 million shares. So definitely they did above average, guys. So they did double what they normally do, which is expected because they had earnings today that was announced after market, though. After market. So I had to catch that. It was announced after market. So we may see higher volume tomorrow because they'll be responding to the earnings, especially if they hold this gap down into the open tomorrow. Okay, so even leading into earnings with this red candle that formed today to come back down and find support on that 9-day simple moving average and close to that long-term support at $352.63. Okay, so here is Monday's candle right here. And that day, Intuit traded right here, 3.1 million shares that day. So we see an increase in volume. It was below average on Monday, but today it nearly doubled the average. And then earnings were announced after market. Okay, so that's what we have there. Put me back on the screen, take some of these arrows off. And what we're going to look at now is the volume percentile. So guys, out of the most recent 252 trading days, today's volume was higher than 94% of those trading days volumes. To be exact, only 15 of those days had higher volume than today. DA days above, DB days below. Cool. We got it, guys. We got it. So what we can do now, let's go ahead and move on. Let's go here. Bam, 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 and bam. And thank you guys for being patient with those technical difficulties. So that's something new I got to put on the checklist to make sure that don't happen again. All right. So community support. Back to the community. I would appreciate it very much if you guys share the stream, hit the like button, subscribe. And if you wish to send a monetary gift to support the content, Cash App and PayPal links are down in the description as well as on the ticker on the screen. And it takes $10 to become the first sponsor of tonight's show. So there you go, right there. All right, get your name and all that other good stuff. So now let's talk about the S&P 500 index. Okay, let's look and see what the S&P 500 index did today by using the SPY ETF. This ETF gives investors an opportunity to participate in the broader U.S. market by allowing them to own a percentage of each company in the S&P 500 index. So let's go back to the charts. So bam, 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 and SPY. Cool. So this is what we need to do. We need to go up here to the symbol box, type in SPY. Take some of these arrows off the screen before we go crazy. All right. Let me see what we got going on here. We need to change that to the arrow. Okay, so we have the SPY pulled up in the symbol box, guys. We are looking at a 1-year daily chart. The SPY has a 52-week low of $629.28, has a 52-week high of $779.37, and they closed today at $765.91. Now let's go ahead and look at the higher time frame. So now we're going back to the 10-year weekly chart. Not back, we're going to the 10-year weekly chart. Take me off the screen, put that right disclaimer up. Here we go. So we do have 2016. Here is the 10-year low of $208.38. Here is the 10-year high of $779.37, which is also our 52-week high. We've already talked about this before. We don't have any historical data within the 10 years to to compare with our technicals that's happening now. So we're fine with the lower time frame. So let me give you our 9-week simple moving average coming in at $756.69. Our 200-week simple moving average is coming in at $555.81. Guys, we're good here. Let's go back down to our lower time frame and let's zoom in on this price action. Let's zoom in on it. Bam. Let's adjust this chart. Well, the mouse is acting better today, and that's funny. So it's working better on the day I found a backup plan on how to control it and change the things we needed. And now I say, oh no, let's act right. So anyway, here we go, guys. The SPY is still trading well below, I would say well below, but below the 9-day simple moving average. And something I caught after our live stream yesterday, it was 2 areas of resistance right here, guys. Actually 3. We have 3 different things going on here. We have a previous gap that turned into resistance. We had the 9-day simple moving average, and we had the top end of the gap at $772.51. So we had 3 different things acting as resistance right here, not just the 9. So when we did the live stream yesterday, I just pointed out that it was the 9, but it's like 3 things right there acting as resistance on this candle right here. So that was, here's today. So that's Tuesday, Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. So that was Wednesday when it came back up and tested that area of resistance. So we're going to use a tool to count the number of days. It's not a lot of candles, so we can actually do this. I'll do it both ways. So I'm just using the trend line tool, guys. So the first day that it closed below that 9-day simple moving average to today, that's 7 bars. That's 7 candles that are trading, starting with the closing candle below the 9-day simple moving average. And it's still trading in between that zone of, or range of, $767.46 right here. So this is the top of the range. Here is the bottom of the range coming in at $760.52. So it seems like the bodies of these candles are trading in between this zone right here. Before the zone was here, guys. Let me remove the other box. We don't need both of them. Before it was trading in this zone, and then it fell out of that zone down here. So let me erase this as well. So we get rid of this arrow. So the range was between this before. So it was between $776.85, and the low end of that zone was $767.46. Now that's acting as resistance. That previous support has turned into resistance. That's what we're looking at now. So now we have 4 candles trading within this range right here, with the support of $760.52 and a resistance of $767.46. And yesterday I did say I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to come down and fill this gap that hasn't been filled yet. And I also said it doesn't have to fill it, but I did want to repeat what I said yesterday because I watched that video back. So that's what we have there. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this trend line. So let's remove that. And it was something else I want to say. Okay, and looking at this candle, guys, it recovered very well. Now, it doesn't mean it has a lot of strength because we haven't looked at the volume yet, but it recovered. So it closed almost exactly where it opened at, and that wick came down and almost penetrated all of the bodies of these 2 candles right here that had lower lows, okay? So that looks like a strong recovery to me with the shape of that candle, okay? Now, let's go ahead and get our stock quote for the SPY. Let's do that. Let's get these boxes off. We don't need those right now. So cut on our floating data box, mouse over today's candle. So here we go. So the SPY opened today at $766.16. They had a high of $766.78. They had a low of $763.05. And they closed today at $765.91. Guys, this was a small trading range. The trading range was $3.73. So we zoomed in pretty good to see it the way we were seeing it. So the trading range was pretty small today. Okay, now let's look at the volume. Guys, the volume, woo! You can't make this stuff up. The volume, guys, they've traded 27 million shares of this ETF today. So if you've been following along, we've been talking about how when the SPY trades in the 30 millions, that's low. So imagine what 27 million shares in a daily trading session is. So I know how I usually say, is that a big deal? I know this is a big deal that this is low because we look at it all the time. So let's go ahead and cut the floating data box off. Take me off the screen and let's talk about this volume. Guys, it's doing so bad with this volume being low as of late. Our volume average used to be 72 million. It came all the way down. Our average trading volume is continuing to decline. So now we're at 69 million shares of the ETF, of the SPY ETF, being traded in a daily trading session. And this is a range of 252 trading days, okay? So here is today's volume on this candle right here, coming in at 27.4 million. Yesterday was 32.4 million. So it was already below average. It's getting even lower. So it's how we were talking about the strength without factoring in the volume. That's very low volume, even with the way that it closed. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about the volume percentile. This is sad. So out of the most recent 252 trading days, guys, today's volume was only higher than 0.4% of those trading days volumes, which means that only one trading day out of these most recent 252 trading days had lower volume than today. This was almost a new lowest point out of the most recent 252 trading days. It was only beat by one day. Guys, that's crazy. All right. So I don't remember if I gave you this number. So let me give you these numbers and then we can move on. So the 9-day simple moving average is coming in at $769.01. And our 200-day simple moving average is coming in at $708.43. So we're still trading below the 9-day simple moving average and within this range of $767.46 and $760.52. So we got it. So let's go ahead and move on, guys. So let's go here. Bam, bam, and take that down and go here. Bam. All right. Sector performance tracker. Time to follow the money. Let's look at each sector inside the S&P 500 index to see how they perform today, guys. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. And let me check to see if I got my notes. I do have my notes. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them over. So I had them ready. Won't take that long, guys. Won't take that long. That's good enough. I can fix it while we're doing everything else. So that's cool. Let me go ahead and bring you over to the charts. There we go. Sector performance tracker. Yep, we got that. Okay. And guys, if you're new to the channel or whatever, just hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. So we're going to go up here to our grid, sector performance tracker or sector performance. We're going to change the grid. So there we go. Guys, I also was thinking about something. I think it's kind of goofy for us to do 1 decimal point in one area and then we do 2 decimal points. So I was thinking I want to keep this consistent. So I'm going to talk about that while I fix it or while I change it. So I'm going to go up here to edit studies. Right in here, I'm going to go to my settings. We're going to change this to 2. You see where it says round set 1? We're going to change it to 2. So we're about to start using 2 decimal places because that'll be consistent. So it won't look flat because sometimes we end up getting a flat reading. So I want to start doing that moving forward. It'll also match our watch list over here because we use 2 decimal places over there as well. Okay. So let's talk about the percentage change for today of the SPY and all of the 11 sectors inside the SPY index. Okay. So the SPY finished the day up 0.32%. Energy finished the day down 1.66%. Materials flat. And we know it's flat because we just did the 2 decimal points. It's flat. It didn't move. All right. Industrials finished the day down 0.34%. Consumer discretionary down 0.3%. Consumer staples down 1.06%. Healthcare finished the day up 0.34%. Financials finished the day up 0.15%. Information technology up 0.94%. Communication services up 0.77%. I'm noticing my cursor isn't on. Utilities finished the day up 0.21%, and real estate finished the day up 0.07%. So that would have looked flat. But okay, so let's talk about our notes. I'm going to pull our watch list over here. So when I pull our notes up, it won't block everything. Okay. So here are our notes so far. So now we have 2 days worth of data. So we're looking right here, guys. We're looking right here. So our number one gainer for today is information technology, finishing the day up 0.94%. Our number 2 gainer today, communication services, finishing the day up 0.77%. Our number 3 gainer today, healthcare, finishing the day up 0.34%. Now, let's look at our top 3 losers. Our number 1 loser today is energy, finishing the day down 1.66%. Number 2 loser is consumer staples. They finished the day down 1.06%. And our 3rd biggest loser today is industrials, and they finished the day down 0.34%. Now, why did I freeze up and I looked all crazy right there? Because my mind was telling me, look at how the gainers on the loser side lost a larger percentage than the gainers gained. So none of the biggest gainers today gained over 1%, but we saw as much as 1.5% loss on the biggest losers. So the market's looking really weak and bearish with what we're seeing looking at the sectors with the S&P 500 and the S&P 500, but it finished green today. It was very small. So the SPY finished the day up 0.32% today. Okay. But that's what I'm seeing when I looked over here. That stood out to me. But then we got to think about the weights as well, like the market caps and things like that and how they weighted in the SPY. Okay. All right. So we did that for our notes. We have 2 days. So let's start looking to see what's showing up so far this week, guys. So we're going to go ahead and select both. And then we're about to start going through these sectors. So let's go ahead and start with communication services. So they were our number 2 gainer today. Let's see, consumer discretionary, that's quiet this week so far. Consumer staples, they were our number 1 gainer on Monday, our number 2 loser today. Energy, our number 2 loser on Monday and our number 1 loser today. Okay. Financials, they were our number 2 gainer on Monday. Healthcare was our number 3 gainer today. Industrials, they were our number 3 loser on Monday and our number 3 loser today. Information technology was our number 1 loser on Monday and our number 1 gainer today. Wouldn't you know it? Look at there. Okay. All right. Materials is quiet so far. Real estate, same there, quiet. We got one more, I believe. Yep, utilities. So utilities was our number 3 gainer on Monday. So that's what we have there, guys, in our notes. Let me go ahead and do that. Now, let's go ahead and move on. So let's go here. Let's talk about this. So fix that. Go here. Take that down. Go here. Okay, take that down. Cool. All right. Market research. Here we go. Now, we're about to use the Fear and Greed Index and the VIX to potentially find clues in the data about why these sectors, industries, sub-industries, and businesses we're covering tonight performed the way they did. But first, we want to start with market sentiment. First, let's check the mood of the market using the Fear and Greed Index brought to us by CNN. All right, this was one of the things I did not have ready, but it won't take that long to get it going. It won't take that long. Yeah. So let me bring you over. Here we go. So bam, Fear and Greed Index. Take me off the screen. So guys, it's saying we're back in greed. So it's saying we're in greed today on the Fear and Greed Index, coming in at 59. Yesterday, we were at 55. We actually been at 55 for 2 trading days. So let's pull up our notes and look at that. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Here we go. Here are our notes right down here. We're going to go to F and G. So there we go. So that was Monday. So Friday it was 55. Here we go right there. That was Friday. Here's Monday. That's yesterday. So today let's update our notes. So Fear and Greed is at 59 today. Greed. So far, the sentiment average for this week is greed. Even with the neutral yesterday that pulled it up on average. You see right there at 57. So that's what we have there. Now we're good. We don't have to spend that much time on there. It's simple to go get that. So let's go back here. Bam. We're cool with that. Cool. All right. Now, market volatility. Next, let's look at the expected annual percentage range and uncertainty and volatility in the market using the VIX index brought to us by CBOE. So we can go back to the charts for that one. And I did this little cool thing so we can have this. So here's the charts. Take that, and I have the ticker for it. So if somebody peek in, now they know what we're looking at. So we don't have to just have a like there. So I did fix that. So we go to pro market close for our grid. Right over here in our symbol box, we're going to type in the VIX or VIX. Bam. So remember, guys, this is a percentage, not a dollar amount. So we are looking at a 1 year daily chart for the VIX. Am I blocking it? Yes. So let's take me down. Here we go. So the VIX has a 52-week low of 13.38%, 52-week high of 35.3%, and they closed today at 15.45%. All right. And our baseline is at $16, which would be a 1% standard deviation move for the average, 68% chance of that. So that's what we're looking at there. All right. So we need to update our notes. So let's pull our notes up and put that data into it. So right here, VIX, we put in the closing price is going to be 15.45. Bam. DEM means daily expected move. So they're looking for, it's very low volatility right now, guys. That's what we're looking at. Less than a 1% percentage move in some of these companies right now. So what I'm seeing extremely low volume. So they're saying we're in greed. So we seeing the market supposed to be greedy, but it's just low volume right now, man. It's just low volume and low volatility. All right, so we got that. Now let's move on to this. Take that down, go here, go there, take that off. I believe that's everything. We're good. All right, now S&P, biggest gainer and loser. Now let's look at the S&P 500 biggest gainer and loser of the day. But first, we're going to look at the loser so we can end the night on a high note. All right, so let's go back to the charts. Bam. Oh, guys, I got something in here we do not need. I forgot to take that out. Give me 1 second. This ain't going to take that long. Bam. Delete. Cool. All right, so that won't be a problem later. All right, so back to the charts here. We can leave that up because we need to find the company first. Take these drawings off. So guys, we're going to go to the Market Watch tab. Put me back on the screen because I don't know what we have in this watch list yet. Yep, I didn't have none of this ready. So put that back on heat map, which we do. I need to change this and put this on S&P 500. We have that. Then go to quotes. We don't have the right watch list pulled up, so fix the watch list. There that is. Change the columns to the right columns. Market recap. Put it in ascending order. All right, guys, I'm ready now. So here we go. So guys, the biggest loser for today is Albemarle Corporation. Okay, Albemarle. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But here we go. They lost 5.89% today. Their previous close was $141.51. They closed today at $153.18. Now let's go ahead and do our hypothetical. So we pull up the calculator, bring that over so you can see it. And let's say somebody invested, let's say $9,500. $9,500 and they lost. So multiply 5.89%, negate it, hit the percentage. Guys, they would have lost $559.55. Add the $9,500 back to it. Their investment, they'd be left with $8,940.45 of their principal, okay? Of their investment capital. That's what they have left after the principal of the $9,500 they put into it. Okay, so we have that. I want to fix this so that'll be ready next time. Now, what I need to do, I need to change this to link. We have that. Now, we select Albemarle, and we're going to go over to the Analyze tab. All right, so we can see the Albemarle Corporation is in the materials sector. So we're going to see how that sector perform, industry perform, and sub-industry perform that Albemarle Corporation is inside of, okay? So let's go ahead and go to our Market Watch tab. Then we go to our Visualize sub tab. We are looking for materials. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the sponsor down. I didn't check the Cash App. Cool. All right, we're good there. Take me down. And we are looking for materials. So materials is down here in the corner, and that's exactly where the sponsorship was. So we unblock that. There's that big red, guys, right there. Albemarle right there, standing out like a sore thumb. It looks kind of mixed to me, but if I had to guess, I would say I'm seeing more It looks mixed. It looks real close, guys. I'm seeing a mix. What about you? Do you see more red or do you see more green? I'm seeing a mix. All right, so that's materials sector. Albemarle is in the chemicals industry. All right, and they are in the specialty chemicals sub industry. So let's pull this over. And it looks like they're the only company that's red today in that sub industry. Okay, so the sub industry is specialty chemicals. The industry is chemicals. And then the sector is materials. So that's what we have there, guys. All right, so let's start backing out. Let's start backing out. So now we're going to go to, wait a minute. Come on now. Back out. We're going to go to chemicals. So I'm seeing more green than red here. And then when we go to materials as a whole, we're going to do our thing, guys. So we're going to take these arrows off. We're going to go up here and change heat map to index watch. We're going to change this watch list to materials. Now, remember, if you don't have this watch list or don't know how to do it, I have a video down in the description that teaches you how to make these watch lists that we're using. OK, so S&P 500 materials. Here we go, guys. It was a perfect. I knew I didn't see more. So it's a total of 24 companies. 24 companies in the S&P 500 in the materials sector, guys. It's 12 advancing and 12 declining. Man, what an eye. It's perfectly balanced. It's a perfect mix. 12 green, 12 red. All right, here are the tickers of the companies, and that's what's going on. So let's go ahead and go back to the Analyze tab and talk about the company profile. Albemarle Corporation is the official company name. Here's a link to their website. It's also down in the description for your convenience. Albemarle Corporation provides energy storage solutions worldwide. Let's keep it simple and let's keep it moving. So we have that. We have their ticker pulled up. Let's pull up their website. Yes, guys, that's Albemarle. So we have them pulled up. Let's look and see what we have here. So we have who we are. Take me off the screen. We have careers and we have investors. So everything we need, guys, is going to be right up here in these three lines. I don't know what that's called. Help me out if you know, but right there, the settings. So let's start browsing over their website. So Albemarle, it might move as soon as I start reading it. Leading provider of lithium, bromine, and other essential elements, powering and protecting modern electronic devices. Got it. What we got next? Leading provider, we already talked about that. Supporting food safety and personal well-being. Powering advanced automotive technology. So it looks like dealing with food. They're dealing with energy cars, lithium batteries. This is important, guys, and I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute. So enabling a more reliable global grid. Accelerating the future of mobility in the air and in orbit. I believe this is where we started. Okay, so our impact. We transform essential resources into critical ingredients for mobility, energy, connectivity, and health. Our purpose. Oh, there's a video for that. So we're not going to watch this video. Now I got to figure out how to close it. So you can watch that on your own. Links to this website are down in the description. So mobility, energy, connectivity, and health. Guys, those are very big sectors. Health and energy. And mobility. So that's automotive. So that's going to be industrials. Connectivity is going to be communication services. So those are four sectors right there. Energy, healthcare, communication services, and industrials. Industrials is going to be your transportation. Okay, so Albemarle by the number. So here are some stats about the company. And advancing U.S. critical resources and essential elements. And I have a surprise for you guys that I'm going to tell you about in a minute. So here's a map talking about the global footprint built for reliable supply, sustainability, a sustainable future. Usually when you see sustainability, guys, it's dealing with something about being safe about the environment. Okay, less pollution or a low impact to pollutants with them handling their business of whatever they provide. Okay, let's build a more resilient world together. Albemarle attracts people who want to do well by doing good. Got it. All right, we're at the bottom of the page and we're going to go to who we are. Let's go to who we are. So who we are. Every day we work to create a more resilient world where both people and planet can thrive. We partner to pioneer new ways to move, power, connect, and protect. Got it. Albemarle leads the world in transforming essential resources into critical ingredients for mobility, energy, connectivity, and health. We read this. Care, curiosity, collaboration, humility, accountability, and integrity. So that's their code of conduct, or we can see that as values, okay? So people in history. Our people work to shape the future, build with purpose, and grow together. Innovation. We pioneer solutions from mind to market, all while safeguarding people and communities, okay? Community, proud of our role in the lives of our employees and in the communities where we live and work. Sustainability, we talked about that. So here they're going a little bit deeper detail. We responsibly manage resources to minimize impact to the community and planet, okay? Stats again, map. Okay, I think we're good, guys. Let's go ahead and go to careers. Let's find out about them benefits. Let's find out about them benefits. So careers, we work every day to create resiliency for both people and the planet. Join us. Are you a student, recent graduate? So careers, we talk about values again. Albemarle is a values-driven organization. More about values and culture. I thought that was the values. It says our values. Yeah, okay, we're good with that. Benefits and rewards. Here we go, guys. Outstanding people, outstanding benefits. Build a career of purpose at a growing global company while enjoying great benefits and rewards designed to promote both your career and your work. Life balance, competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, career support, and culture. Learn more about our benefits. Let's see what else we got here before we click on that. So community, job, employee. Okay, so let's go ahead and click, guys. Let's find out how much they're going to go into detail compared to what we saw earlier, okay? Okay, they did a great job. So let's take me off the screen. They went a little bit deeper than the other company we looked at. They made us have to be an employee before we found out anything. So competitive pay, comprehensive employee benefits, career support, culture. Remember, links to this website are down in the description for your convenience, or you can go ahead and pause the screen and read that for yourself. All right, I'm ready to go to investor relations. Go down to the bottom of the page. Take me off the screen right here, guys. Investors. There we go. All right, make sure we're zoomed in. We're good there. Put me back on the screen. Investor relations, links, looking for anything we need. There it is, resources. So stock info and all the other stuff we need is going to be right here at the top under that drop down. Let's browse over this page and then we'll get to clicking. So investor relations, latest financial reports, corporate overview, recent presentation, our sustainability approach, latest news and upcoming events, Albemarle key reports, Albemarle modeling deep dive. Okay, so let's go to resources, stock info. And it looks like they pay a dividend as well. Stock quote, stock chart, historical stock quote, and other tools for investors. And what I'm starting to notice, guys, is that these links for the charts are starting to load up faster, because that was something we used to deal with as an issue when we were looking at these companies. So I'm glad about that. All right, Albemarle Corporation, ticker ALB. When it comes to their goods and services, guys, they manage specialty chemicals manufacturing across the energy, storage, mobility, and industrial markets, offering solutions such as, number one, complete lithium battery options, including lithium carbonate and lithium hydroxide for electric vehicle makers. Number two, scalable bromine specialties products, including flame retardants, oiled field fluids, and water treatment chemicals for industrial clients. And number three, optimized catalyst systems tailored for petroleum refining, petrochemical processing, and clean fuel production. Looking at their S&P 500 clients and partners, notable names include Ford Motor Company, ticker F, General Motors Company, ticker GM, and Exxon Mobil Corporation, ticker XOM. Also, guys, I did a video. So we covered Albemarle before, and this company was so exciting to me. Like, as far as us going to the website and doing our research and finding out about the company, it was fantastic, to where I was like, you know what? I believe that we need to do a video specifically for this company to give a deeper insight on how important the goods and services are that this company provides. So I want to show you that. I just pulled up the YouTube channel. This stuff over here isn't an issue. So let's go ahead and pull this up. So here we go. Guys, I'm looking in the videos. Under the videos, I want to show you. I also have a link to this video down in the description, but it's right here, guys. The secret behind this critical resource in Albemarle Corporation is this video right here, okay? And a link to that video is down in the description. So we covered them, looks like 5 months ago, and I did a video breaking down more about the company. So if you want to watch that video, that's it for you right there. So let's keep it moving. Let's take this off the screen. Let's see where we're at. Yep. So a link to that video is down in the description. Now let's look at Albemarle on the charts. So we're going to have a little technicals up here already, but here we go. Let's get started. Okay. Check that. Put this here. We're good there. We got their ticker. Yes. So we have Albemarle pulled up on the charts. Here is their 1 year daily chart. And here is their 52-week low of $71.25. They have a 52-week high of $221. And they closed today at $133.18. And it looks like they had earnings in early August. So we don't have anything going on there. And they do pay a dividend. It looks like they've been paying 40.5 cents. And then they are scheduled to pay 41 cents next time they pay a dividend. All right, so we got that. Let's go ahead and look at our higher time frame. So now we're looking at a 10-year weekly chart, confirming that we have 2016 right here. Here's our 10-year low of $48.89, 10-year high of $334.55. Here is our 9-week simple moving average coming in at $128.73. Here's our 200-week simple moving average coming in at $140.41. Okay, so we have that. And I don't know what we had going on here. So let me put me back on the screen and let's remove some of these trend lines. So remove trend line 1, remove, where's remove drawing and remove drawing. Okay, guys, now let's see if we have anything on this. Yes, we have some stuff here to get some price levels. So here's what I have here. Take me off the screen. We're using our crosshairs, right? So we're looking for long-term support and resistance to mark what's going on now. And I'm seeing some very clean price levels, guys. So if we use the high of this week right here, that looks like resistance was here that we just used, of course. Then we see an area right here that's responding to that price level, even back here. Okay, so I'm liking that price level of support and resistance at $143.19. So let's drag this up. And that's where it's finding resistance at right now. Now, being as so it's Tuesday, guys, we still got 3 trading days left in this week, but we're looking at a weekly chart. So that's why I'm pointing that out. Now, let's use our crosshairs again and see if we see some clusters of candles that have support and resist. I'm liking this right here too, guys. I'm liking this right here too. So we're going to use a price level for this. And I'm going all the way back here with this one. So it's the high on this day. So we can see it held as resistance here. It was support and resistance here. It was support and resistance here, more so resistance than support, but that's at $127.83. Now down here where it looks like it just came in the middle of nowhere, came to a middle of nowhere, we're going to use our crosshairs again and see if we can find some historical price levels somewhere up in here. Yep. Now this I'm going to see as a zone, guys. So let me show you what I'm doing. We're going to use the rectangle tool. We're going to use the high of this week and the high of the week right next to it. I know that's small. So let me go ahead and zoom in. That's what I did. I used the high of that previous week. The weeks are right next to each other. So let me move the chart over and I'll give you the dates of the weeks. So that was the week of December 2nd, 2024 and December 9th, 2024. So what we're going to do, we're going to edit the properties. We're going to make that gray. We're going to extend this over to 2027, January 1st, bam. And then we're just going to take this back. I'm going to take this back to full 10 years. So we'll take this back to 2016, not December. That's going to be more than enough, but we're going to go to January 1st, 2016. There we go. So I'm seeing that as a support zone versus a support level. Okay. So that's what we have there. And we can see how Albemarle has been responding to that zone. You see how we got that whole wick over here now? We have the wicks here. We have some wicks here. I'm liking that. I'm liking that level. And I think that's enough on the higher time frame, guys. We're good. So let's go ahead and go back to our 1 year daily chart. See? So that zone we just put there, guys, that's where it found support at recently, right here. for 2 days. A few days was riding right above it. Okay. And Albemarle doesn't look like a highly volatile stock within itself. We can see that the candles are like very small. I'm seeing a lot of gaps that's standing out to me. I'll show you. I was about to say, I don't want to go crazy pointing out all the gaps that I'm seeing, but just to give you an idea, I'll point out a few of the gaps that I see. So there's a gap here. There's a gap here. And this is an evening star pattern. And then there's a gap here coming back down. Then there's a gap here. This was going up. Then you have a gap here. There's a few gaps. Like overall, Albemarle looks like that's not exactly where it was, but these 2 days. So Albemarle looks like it gaps frequently. That's something that stands out to me, that it gaps frequently. There's even gaps back here. So I'm covering them up back here. There's gaps here. Gap. They're very small, but I'm seeing them. Gaps. Gap. 3 gaps right here. Is it gap, gap, gap? Okay. Gap, gap. It gaps a lot. The candles are small and it gaps a lot. So I wouldn't go too crazy looking for previous gaps to become areas of support and resistance because of how frequently this stock gaps. It even gapped today. So let's zoom in and let's take the arrows down. So here we go. So we're using our rectangle tool, and right now it's trading below the 9-day simple moving average, coming in at $135.53. It's also trading below the 200-day simple moving average, coming in at $155.47. So we had a gap between Thursday and Friday. So right here, bam. Then we had a gap between Monday and today. And right here, it looked like you have a few days. Like if we look at the open of this candle, so if we use this high right here on this candle, that's what we need, but I don't know why I did that. So this is standing out to me, guys. I need to find this again. Where was I seeing that? These candles right here. So let me zoom in one more time. These 4 candles right here is actually going to be 5. So let me space these out a little bit more and pull this up. Okay, you see these wicks here, like they're reaching up, but they just can't quite stay up, and the bodies fall right below it. This is what I'm seeing. If we put a price level right here on the high of this day, it catches these, and there's another gap. Here's another gap now. So that would have been a gap down there as well. Here's another gap. Okay, so we have 5 days right here responding to that price level. And now we're seeing some gaps over here that's aligning with that price level at $137.43. So I'm seeing that as a significant price level based on our 1-year daily chart versus our higher time frame. Okay, so that's what I'm getting there. And I just wanted to point those gaps out. I don't want to highlight them. I like our levels with Albemarle. So you'll start to see, or I'll just share with you how I do it. If I see that a company gaps way too much, I'm going to look to see price levels. I'm going to focus more on price levels than I'm going to focus on gaps. Now, you might luck up sometimes where you can see some gaps where it's lining up perfectly, but there's 3 gaps right here. Like if we were to extend these, all of these would overlap with one another. Let me show you what I mean. And it's going to take too long to actually extend them, but you can just see it based off the price level. You see where the crosshairs are. So if we extend it, though, those would be 3 gaps overlapping one another, but they've been filled. But just the idea of looking at it like that, in my opinion, is better to just look for a price level that's close to all of them than trying to identify each gap. You will have a whole bunch of lines just overlapping each other. So right now, it looks like Albemarle is back trading within this range right here, guys. Long story short, $10 range between 127.83 and 137.43. And then today, it closed below the 9-day simple moving average, and it's still within that range, okay? So that's what I'm seeing on our Albemarle for the technicals. Also with this uptrend, guys, this is a candle pattern. It looks like a few different patterns. So I'm gonna just name all of them. You have a double top, you have a tweezers top, you have a dark cloud cover / harami pattern right here. It's like a lot of different bearish patterns right here at the area of resistance at $143.19 after a clear uptrend. And then right after that 2 candle pattern, you have a gap down that closed below the 9-day simple moving average. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our stock quote for Albemarle. So cut on our floating data box and we can talk about it. So Albemarle opened today at $136.30. They had a high of $137.20. They had a low of $132.13, and they closed today at $133.18, which was a trading range of $5.07. Now, when we get down here to the volume, guys, they traded 2.2, we can round that off, 2.3 million shares of this stock today. Is that a big deal? Is that a little deal? We're about to find out. So let's cut off the floating data box, take me off the screen, and here we go, guys. The average trading volume for Albemarle in a daily trading session is 2.8 million shares. Guys, they traded below average, 2.3 million. I rounded that off, 2.3 million on this stock right here. We're just seeing low volume in the market today and low volatility. Here is Monday's candle. They traded 2.2 million shares. So it was even lower yesterday on the volume. And both of those days are below average. Okay, put me back on the screen. Let's talk about the volume percentile. So out of the most recent 252 trading days, today's volume was higher than 40.1% of those trading days volumes. To be exact, only 101 of those days, or 101 of those days, had lower volume than today. I don't remember if I gave you the 200 days. I don't remember if I gave you the 9 or the 200-day simple moving average. So I'll give you that before we move on. So our 9-day simple moving average is at $135.53, and our 200-day simple moving average is coming in at $155.47. All right, so we got Albemarle, guys. We knocked them out. Now let's go ahead and go back to the Market Watch tab. Let's put all of this stuff back. So we need the heat map back out to the S&P 500. Then we're going to go to the quotes tab. And now we need to put this in descending order. Guys, the biggest gainer for today is Moderna. Moderna Incorporated. Guys, and we've been covering Moderna for a few live streams recently because it's been going crazy. It's been going cray-cray. All right, so Moderna gained 14.36% today. Their previous close was $138.89, and they closed today at $158.83. Let's do a hypothetical. Pull up our calculator. What just happened? That's not what we need. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, they about to get rid of that app? I didn't know that Microsoft was about to get rid of the whiteboard. Wow, it said they're going to retire that app. Oh, I see what happened. I see what happened. But anyway, here's the calculator, guys. So we're using $9,500 today. So if someone invested $9,500 in Albemarle, and they got that 14, so we multiply 14.36%, hit the percentage change. Guys, they would have gained $1,364.20. We add the principal back to it, $9,500. Total investment would have grown to $10,864.20. So that's what we have there on Albemarle. Now not Albemarle. Guys, we're doing Moderna right now. I'm all over the place. So we're talking about Moderna. That's what they would have got with Moderna, not Albemarle. We're doing Moderna. So they gained 14.36%. We did the hypothetical. We're not going to go through that again because I said the wrong company name, but we're talking about Moderna. So I'm glad I caught that before we move. So we selected Moderna. Now we're about to go over to the Analyze tab. So let's minimize that, go over to the Analyze tab. So Moderna is in the healthcare sector. So we're going to see how that sector perform, industry perform, and sub-industry perform. And I want to double check our notes. So yeah, healthcare was our third biggest gainer today. So I see that as far as the sector. Now, let's go ahead and go over to the Market Watch tab. We go over to the Visualize Sub tab. Take me off the screen. Guys, we are looking for Moderna in the healthcare. So here we go. Right over here, healthcare. Bam, Moderna is in the biotechnology industry. But here's the sector. Here is the healthcare sector. Guys, I'm seeing more red than green. What about you? I'm seeing more red. Biotechnology sector, I'm definitely seeing more green than red. It looks like Amgen is the only one that is red today in this industry, as well as the sub industry. Guys, they're exactly the same. So let me show you what I mean. We extend this over. So biotechnology is the sub industry as well as the industry. And here is the sector: healthcare, biotechnology. Now what we're about to do, let's back out, go back to biotechnology. Oh, we don't really have to do this because they're the same. Here's healthcare. All right. Now we're going to get more exact. We're going to get the exact data. So go here to market, go to index watch, change this watch list to healthcare. Guys, we got 30 companies advancing and 29 declining. So I got that one wrong. We actually have more green than red today in the sector. Here are the companies, all the tickers right there. We got 59 companies. All right. So we're done there. Let's go back to the Analyze tab, and Moderna company profile. Company official name is Moderna Incorporated. Here's a link to their website. Moderna Incorporated, a biotechnology company, provides messenger RNA medicines in the United States, Europe, and internationally. Guys, a link to this website are also down in the description for your convenience. Let's go ahead and go to Moderna's website. Yes, so we got that. We got the ticker, put the right disclaimer up. Okay, guys, we're good. So we have about us at the top. We got that. We got careers and investors. So everything we need is at the top. Let's go ahead and just browse over the website quickly. IR Insights is moving. We're not going to read that. Latest news, job opportunities, stats about the company: over 13 years of progress, 45 development programs, 36 ongoing clinical trials. Meet Moderna. Moderna's mission is to deliver the greatest possible impact to people through mRNA medicines. Learn more about us. So what is mRNA? Messenger RNA already exists in your body. It carries a message, instructions that direct your cells what to do. Fighting disease differently, limitless treatments, helping more people, more medicines faster. All right, got it. Our journey to building the best version of Moderna. We got through it, guys. Okay, so let's go to About Us. Our mission, I believe we just read that. It's on the main page. Our mission is to, right. All right, so we're good because that was on the home page, guys. Let's browse over to see if we can see anything. We talk about years of progress, possible impact, exploring new frontiers of mRNA with our mRNA design studio that allows our scientists to design, research, and test mRNA within days, and our internal incubator for ongoing exploration. We are boldly going where no biotech company has gone before. Our framework. This looks different. So medicines for patients, employees, environment, community, governance, and ethics. So about our values, cool, bold, collaborative, relentless, and curious. Got it. Our mindsets. Along our values, our mindsets allow us to overcome challenges together. We are working to build the best possible version of Moderna 20 years from now. These mindsets are tools we are using to build it together. All right, our headquarters, got it. So let's go ahead and go to careers. Let's see if we got a single link at the top, because it's not a single link down there. It's giving us different options. Careers. Yes, we have a single link there. Cool. Guys, don't get scammed with a job. That's what they warn you about. Okay. All right. Careers. Life at Moderna. Changing the future of medicine requires new ways of thinking. And we believe that starts with our people. Got it. Real-time AI organization. Our mindsets. Maximize your impact. Have a positive impact today and in the decades to come. We care deeply about our patients, our employees, the environment, and our communities. Moderna Foundation, volunteer season, paid time off, community career development. Take your moment with benefits. Okay, so here, now we found it. Okay, we know that you will give us your all, and we want to make sure that we're doing the same for you and the people closest to you. We're on this incredible journey of pushing past the possible together, which is why we provide paramount support for both you and your family. All right, guys, we're going to check at Life at Moderna to see if they go into deeper details about the healthcare, and they don't. So that's something that we notice. Okay, that's about the most information they're going to give us on the benefits, guys. Okay, so let's go to investors. That's going to take us to a different website. Are we zoomed in? We're good. And okay, so here we go. Here's the stock info. All right, so we're going to browse over the page and then we'll click on that. So latest news, latest events and presentation, latest quarterly results, Moderna's pipeline development programs, and we're at the bottom of the page. So let's go back up here. And stock info right here. So stock quote. There's the stock quote. Here's the stock chart and other tools for investors on their website. Now let's go here. Bam. We have that. We're good. All right, guys. Now, Moderna Incorporated, ticker MRNA. When it comes to their goods and services, guys, they manage mRNA therapeutics development across the United States, Europe, and Asia Pacific markets, offering solutions such as number one, complete respiratory vaccine options and immunization treatments for global healthcare systems. Number two, scalable medicine platforms, products including cancer vaccines, latent vaccines, and therapeutic pipelines for clinical trial. And number three, optimized biological delivery systems tailored for cellular targeting, immune system stimulation, and personalized genetic coding. Looking at their S&P 500 clients and partners, notable names include McKesson Corporation, ticker MCK, Cardinal Health Incorporated, ticker CAH, and Merck & Co. Incorporated, ticker MRK. Now let's look at Moderna on the charts. All right, so let's go there. Bam and bam. I believe that's everything. Okay, and guys, since we've been looking at Moderna so much, we already pretty much have our technicals done here. But I do see something we need to change. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. So we do have Moderna pulled up on the charts. We have a 1-year daily chart pulled up on the screen. They have a 52-week low of $22.28. Here's their 52-week high at $176.66 that took place on Wednesday of last week. So that's August 19th. They closed today at $158.83. So now what we're about to do, we're about to go to a higher time frame. So now we're looking at a 10-year weekly chart. We're looking for 2016, guys, and it does not have it. So we have 8 years worth of data, not 10. So here's their 8-year low of $11.54, their 8-year high of $497.49. Just in case you missed those other live streams, guys, this rocket of activity you see right here is due to COVID-19. They had one of the vaccines. Company was very profitable during that time. You can see it right here, 2020. So that's what happened here with this crazy run up. That was from that vaccine. Okay, then it came down. It's just been on a crazy downtrend. Looks like it found consolidation in 2025 and it's starting to make a recovery. Okay, so that's what we have on a higher time frame. We look for areas of resistance on this higher time frame already. So let's expand this. I'm moving kind of fast because I said we were going to look at a few other companies at the end of the live stream. So that's why I'm moving a little fast. So we move that up. Before we move any further, let me go ahead and give you the 9-week simple moving average coming in at $82.80. Our 200-week simple moving average is coming in at $81.53. Guys, this is significant because both of these are right next to one another. It's very close to one another. Okay, even though the price is nowhere near it. So the 9 is basically crossing over the 200 to the upside. That's what we're seeing right here. So let me zoom in. I can put me on the screen as well, so you can zoom in. No, we're not drawing right now. So let's remove that. Bam, go here and let's zoom in. Man, we got a lot of levels on this chart, but we're gonna break this down. Zoom in. Here we go. All right, right here, guys. They're crossing. So if I click it, you can see it. The 9-week simple moving average is crossing over the 200-week simple moving average. So that's what we have there. Pull this over, take these drawings off. So we're good on this higher time frame. So let's go back down to our 1-year daily chart. And we're going to change something. So one of the times we were covering Moderna, we were talking about how we were going to determine where the pullback would be. Okay, so we had a default setting and then we had a fib setting. So that's still here. So what we did that first time we covered Moderna, we put the Fibonacci retracement tool on the open and close of this green candle's body. So that's what you're seeing there. If you don't know how to get to that tool, I'm about to show you right now. It's right here. So when you open up the tools, it's right here, Fibonacci retracements. Also, you can go up here and do it. Like I believe if you go to drawings, then you go down here to drawing tools, same place right there. Okay. So we did it there during the live stream after it started to respond. So this was Thursday. After that happened, I realized that if we had put the Fibonacci on the low and the high, it would have responded a lot cleaner. So that's where we changed the drawing set in the bottom right-hand corner. So if we change that to fib, now you can see that. So now the 38% pullback is at 132.91. But before, when we just used the body of the candle, the 38.2 pullback was at 152.09. And then it even missed the 61.8. It went beyond that using the fib on that. So we actually moved it and put the fib from the start of the move down here at the bottom. We included the gap and then put it to the high of Wednesday. So it pulled back 38%. And you can see it's using that actually as support. So that was Wednesday. This is the Wednesday move of last week. This is Thursday. This is Friday. This was Monday. And this is today. So now it's starting to recover and go back towards that new 52-week high of $176.66. At least right now, that's what we're seeing from our technicals, okay? That's what we are seeing. And it was able to close above both of these wicks in the short term, okay? And now that 9 is starting to aggressively start to reach that area that is trading between. So it looks like, as far as right now, let me pull this down, Moderna is trading between, and I'm going to go ahead and use the bottom of that range right here, our resistance zone. So the bottom of that zone is going to be $170.80. And our support is going to be that 38.2% pullback on the Fibonacci at $132.91, guys. So that's what we have there. If that does not hold, you could look at the 119 for the 50%. You could look at the 61, or you could look at the top of that gap, that previous gap, because that has not been filled yet. It doesn't mean it's going to be filled, but previous gaps can turn into support or resistance. Being as though that's a big gap, that's hard to miss. I would look at it that way. I would respect it as such. Okay. So that's what we have there for our technicals on Moderna. So let's go ahead and open up our settings, cut on our floating data box, and let's get a stock quote for Moderna. So Moderna opened today at $143.50. They had a high of $161.37. They had a low of $141.21. And they closed today at $158.83, which was a trading range of $20.16. Now, the trading volume, guys, they traded 49.2 million shares of this stock today. Is that a big deal? Is that a little deal? We are about to find out. So cut on our settings, cut off the floating data box, take me off the screen. Guys, the average trading volume for Moderna in a daily trading session is 11.2 million shares. Guys, they traded almost 50 today. So they did about 5 times what they normally do today. So we have a significant increase in volume today. And it was buying pressure because we got a nice green candle there with 5 times the average volume. Okay. Then this is Monday's volume. So that was 3 times the volume on this candle right here. And it was able to recover and hold above that support at that 38.2% pullback at 132.91. Put me back on the screen. Now let's talk about the volume percentile. So sensitive. So our volume percentile, guys, out of the most recent 252 trading days volume, guys, today's volume was higher than 98.8% of those trading days volume. To be exact, only 3 of those days had higher volume than today. I don't remember giving you these numbers, so I'm gonna give you these to you now. Our 9-day simple moving average is coming in at $111.66, and our 200-day simple moving average is coming in at $49.98. It's all the way down here, guys. That's our 200. Here's our 9. And their simple moving averages on the day, 9-day and 200-day, excuse me. All right, guys. So we are done with our regularly scheduled program right here. So let's go back to what I talked about at the beginning of the live stream. We had a couple comments from Conservative Millennial and Sanite Bella. And you guys brought up a couple of companies. And I was thinking, I liked our conversation we had the night before. If you guys are still here, just let me know and we can start looking at a couple of these companies. Now, I do want to put a time frame on this. Let's say we can spend probably like 10, 10 minutes looking at this, discussing this as a community. So if you guys are still here, just let me know. And then we can start pulling up a couple of these companies on the charts and looking at them and talking about it together. And I know the chat is delayed, so I'm gonna give you a couple seconds or minutes to do that. And here we go. There we go. All right, still here, conservative millennial. Cool. All right, so pull up the chat, take that down. Still here. Appreciate you for still being here, conservative millennial. So earlier you said this had a good day in the markets. Copper making a run. Bullish C. I don't know why I keep saying C first. FCX. All right, so let's go to the charts. FCX. We have like pulled up. No. So let me pull the chat down. Appreciate you. Take that down. Go here, and then we'll pull up the charts. FCX. Freeport Morgan. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do my quick little research thing to find out more about the company. So I'm gonna go up here to the Analyze tab. And this company, just briefly looking at it, this looks like this is another one of those companies that gaps a lot too. Have you done any technicals on this company before? Like, you know, what have you looked at with this company before on the technical side? Equities, something I'm looking for. Time axis, that's what I'm looking for, 30. Like just glancing at it real quick, I'm noticing it has a lot of gaps. So how we were talking about like some companies, this reminds me of like the Albemarle chart. Like when we covered Albemarle, it doesn't have large volatility within days. Like the days candles are small. It is cleanly trading above the 200-day simple moving average. It found support on it here. That was the only time it touched it since it touched it back here. It was really fighting with it there at the end of 2025. But let's find out more about the company. Let's take this off the screen. I'm not a technical guru, value investor. Okay, cool, no problem. All right. So what about the value? Tell me about the value then, since that's more your style. Just eyeballing it, I was just saying that I just see some gaps popping up on the charts. FCX, Freeport, MRNA Incorporated Materials. Absolutely. All right, take me off the screen. So Freeport MRNA Incorporated engages in the mining of mineral properties in North America, South America, and Indonesia. The company primarily explores for copper, gold, moly, I'm gonna have to look that up, silver, and other metals. And then we have their website here. Oh yeah, so that's the basin where they do their mining at. Yeah, so basically I would just do the same thing we do during a live stream, just look through everything, look at the different sectors. But I've never heard of this company before, Freeport. Are they in the S&P 500? So I can quickly find that out as well. So we can go back to the charts, then we can go to market wide. And thank you for sharing this with the community and still being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for that. So let's take that down, go here. And I want to see if there was in the S&P 500. So we go to Market Watch. We can pull up the watch list for, thought he said something. Materials, FCX. We go back to analyze. Yes, they are in the S&P 500. Absolutely. So they are in there. So we can go here. There's another way to do this. We go back to the heat map, back this out, materials down here. So what did you think about Albemarle? Were you aware of that company already? Metals and mining. Thank you for this live stream and community building. Hey, I appreciate you for being part of the community, man. I've been doing this consistently since, oh man, I think it was like February of this year. And it's just, I have to show up. I have to show up. Have to do my part, be on time, be professional, have a format, communicate, do the best I can, and just be here for you guys. And be here for myself, because teaching is learning. Like, you become a better student when you put yourself in a position to teach, because you have to be able to answer those questions. You have to be prepared for those questions, and they make you better. Like, even if you don't know, be smart enough or brave enough and confident enough to say, I don't know, or say, I need to look into it. Like, give me some time. Let's look into it together and let's do this. But yeah, I appreciate you, because without you guys, there is no community. It takes all of us. So yeah, gold, copper, steel. I did not know about Albemarle. Yeah, I didn't either. So what ended up happening with Albemarle, when we do the live streams, like I said, it's been making me better. We do the live stream and we do the biggest gainer, biggest loser. Albemarle had popped up. And you know how crazy everybody's been about electric cars. So we know that electric cars need electric power source. You need batteries. So when he found out about Albemarle, found out that Albemarle was the only U.S. mining facility that mines lithium in the United States. It's the only active mine. And based off the amount of lithium we use in the United States, that mine only produces 2% of what we use in a year. So that's a little spoiler alert about what's in that video. But in that video, I told you that I got down in the link in the description. I go into a deeper details about how important that company is, and not just to our economy, but our national security, our defenses and things like that. You know, a lot of our weapons and things like that take batteries, and our cell phones and all of that different stuff. So I thought that was really silly as a nation that we're that dependent upon importing that resource. When I did that research, I think the majority of that resource we get from Argentina, if I'm not mistaken. But it's in that video. It's in that video. But yeah, I didn't know about FCX. So I appreciate you for sharing that with me and sharing that with the community, because I'm currently investor in critical minerals, so this company must have bypassed me. Okay, cool. Got you. So yeah, that's another thing. So like with going into these sectors and then going into these industries within those sectors, we end up finding similar companies. So like there's Albemarle right there. So even when I was looking at Albemarle, that overlooked me, because we were looking at the sub industry over here and we were moving fast. But if you do have a specific industry or sub industry or a company you're focused on, you can find similar companies you can research just by using the methods that we show on the community and the live stream here of looking at the sectors, the sub industries and the industries. So that's how I had found out that transportation is inside the industrial sector. So like just constantly doing this stuff, looking at the charts, communicating with other people that have some type of desire to constantly learn, not just try to know it all, but like constantly learn and share information. That's what it's all about. And I think that's why this community is important. But I appreciate you, conservative millennial. I really do. Because this takes a lot of determination and work to deal with whatever you're dealing with in your personal life, in life, and then also show up to do, your content. You can't take a day off. That's part of being successful. You got to show up. It can't be dependent upon your emotions. Like, I got to feel like doing this live stream. No, I committed to the live stream. I'm going to be here. That's why I get so upset when something happens and I'm late. Like tonight, that really disappointed me to be a couple minutes late tonight. And then like last week, we had some crazy stuff going on. Like last week, I had a power outage at the house. It had knocked out the cameras, and that made me late on Thursday. And then on Friday, we were late because something happened with the system hitting the grind. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, it's on a nice little uptrend right now. It's definitely trading above the 9 and the 200 that we were talking about on the technicals. Got a nice uptrend for right now. And then they don't have earnings coming up for 41 days. I appreciate the discipline, man. I appreciate you. And thank you. I appreciate it. And you're welcome. Got to be here, man. Got to be here. But yeah, I think this would be cool to do this a little bit, like 10, 15 minutes after the live stream, to just chat a little bit. I think that'll help with the community as well. But I like the conversation you and I and Tonight Bella had the night before. So I thought about it. I said, if we do a little extra, like 10, 15 minutes after the live stream, I think that'll be cool. But yeah, thank you for sharing that with the community. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for the chats. I'm about to go ahead and get ready to wrap up the show because I got to do my shorts to have those ready to promote the content on my other channel. So yeah, we got a shorts channel as well that I take some of those clips from and make. So I got to get ready to do that and put some stuff on Instagram tonight as well. So let's go ahead and go here. So I hope you have an awesome day tomorrow. Hope you have an awesome day in the markets. Look forward to seeing you in the community again. And good luck with everything you have going on. All right, let's keep it moving. Mic out. Mic out. Okay. I misinterpreted that when you said it. I'm like, you can't hear me. But I can see it. All right. Check you out. All right. Take care. All right. So here we go. You already know. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you earned something. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. This Sunday, August 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we're reviewing this week's biggest gainers and losers, market sentiment, market volatility, S&P 500 sector performance, and creating a watch list for upcoming earnings. And make sure you keep tuning. He said, can't hear me. I don't know what happened, because the system is still telling me I'm getting a reading here. I'm getting a reading in the live stream on the, let me check one more thing. I have not left. Delay. Okay. Okay, you saying you can't hear me, and I honestly don't know what's going on because it's telling me that it's sending a sound signal. I'm seeing it show up over here. I don't know if it's your phone, and there's only one other way for me to check this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to YouTube, and I'm gonna pull the live stream up. And if it's not getting the sound, I won't be able to get the sound over on YouTube. So let me check that. Let me do that. So we go over the content, bump the mic somehow. Oh, I see it. I see it. I took the mic from in front of my face. How did that happen? I don't know. Oh my gosh. I can't even believe I did that. You got me now. You should hear me now. I don't even remember taking the mic from in front of my face. Oh man, that's crazy. I can't even believe I did that. Yeah, I had moved the mic. The mic wasn't even in front of my face. You should definitely hear me now. When did I move it? I'm gonna have to watch the video back. But yeah, I'm here. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready to wrap up the show. We good. Yep. So I don't know what happened. I don't even remember taking the mic from in front of my face. But yeah, okay, let's go ahead and wrap up the show. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, conservative millennial. All right, so here we go. We're creating, let's go back a little bit. Let's just start over. Let's do this one more time because I don't even know if I had the mic in front of my face when I was wrapping up the show. But thank you for letting me know because I definitely was messing up. All right, so you already know. I hope that you learned something and I hope that you earned something. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. This Sunday, August 30th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we're reviewing this week's biggest gainers and losers, market sentiment, market volatility, S&P 500 sector performance, and creating a watch list for upcoming earnings. And make sure you keep tuning in weekdays following a market trading session at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Take care and God bless.